The punter, Jake Camarda, ready to get this one going. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. 2-2 Atwell, now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19, target.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Oh, back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Toward that tackle to Michael Hall. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie out of Miami with the pick. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
His first throw is an interception. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Galloping inside the 40. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams parlay the interception into points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Watson now off play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Walker on 1st down. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, Watson. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns will reach pay dirt for the first time this game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Now Camarda on to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And he's out a little short of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another carry for him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They give it to him again. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. It was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. Hauled in left side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Man in motion here. Thrown back, gets the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to the air here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Back now, pressure on its way. Completed to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Looking for a throw here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Browns get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 46. Into the hands of Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Running this one left. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
The Rams got 6 DBs out there for this 3rd down call. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Pass complete to Walker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and goal. Here's Walker. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, absolutely 2 things couldn't happen there. A turnover and losing yardage to set up an even tougher now 3rd and goal. Now the options, well, they're a little bit more limited. I'll tell you this. You better protect that ball and yardage at all costs.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns pick it off and get... quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. Another shot at this extra point here. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Now Camarda on to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. The Rams close in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, Kate, I'm not sure what you were thinking when they bring the kick unit out there, and I don't even know what kick they were blocking. But all I know is there was utter chaos. And that play was ending in one of two ways. A quick throw and an easy score for the offense, or that locomotive barreling across the pocket for a sack. They got the latter, but I don't know if I'd recommend it again.
Another try following the sack. They left him wide open. It's complete. Into the red zone. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Rams can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams tie things up at 14. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action, it's Watson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They give up the gut to Walker. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Browns looking for a score before halftime. 2nd and 3 now. Chubb running out of the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. They're going for it. Here's Watson. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Camarda on to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Play action on 1st down. Pass complete, 2-2 Atwell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
When you talk to kickers about kicking field goals of this length, they will tell you, Kate, you got to keep it a little lower and you got to drive it. But you still got to be accurate. Basically, all the pieces got to come together like they just did to hit from that distance.
One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. He put everything he had into this one. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And what a hit there. Alex, she faced the price for moving the chains that time. Offense up to the line fast. Handoff running left. Walker. This is ahead for about 5. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Watson working in the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Watson now. Touchdown, Cleveland. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Now Camarda on to send it away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep the football, but lose a significant amount of yardage on the play.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. But sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now Oh, about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They're going play action. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete. No look on his first look of the game, so it'll be second down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Second and 10 now. Able to find Nakua here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up second and 5.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He breaks the tackle, and he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on third down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here. Tight end in motion left. Looking to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams start the second half with some needed points. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams tie this game up. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Trying to locate it. Oh, no, he lost it. And normally that equals disaster, but it gets out of bounds and ends in a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stop made by Braden Fisk. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Slot man motioned over. Here's second and 5. He fires one deep down the big gain downfield. And they make the stop. I'm going to say it about the 37-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He found a gap to take this down to the 28. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up second and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
This is Walker on second. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air, Watson. Walker hauls it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. On the carry, it's Walker. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. Second and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They've got a man in motion. Walker. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. No gain on the run, and we've reached the end of the third quarter. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Buckle up, it's third and goal. Working from the gun, Watson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Now Camarda on to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Hits his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
From the 40 on second down. Taking a deep shot here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Greg Newsome has it. Take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far, but now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's trying to go deep again. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And they're going to tag a defender with this one. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Complete on the option. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the champ for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but Hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level. They want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now they face 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, here's Watson. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw it. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Desperation time here on 4th. They connect for the 1st. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the 1st on 4th down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Sticking to the air with Watson. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Walker on 1st down. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns losing by 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings them to 3rd down.
That play is so impressive on so many levels, not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
Now to throw. Pass complete to Walker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives them 1st and goal. They're going to try with the wideouts. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Walker. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Atwell now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35.
Trailing by one score late here, Cade. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. He'll look to throw it. He's on the move. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That play good for 17 and a first down. Here he is to throw. He's got it at the 6. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams take a 4-point lead. The Rams kicking team is ready. Then they're going to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Watson. Walker hauls it in. And he'll get it up to the 44. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Working from the gun, Watson. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. One final shot here. This is for the ball game. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. So it's the Raiders.